Aries, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for the next couple weeks. So let's get into it. I hope that you're doing well. As always, right now, Pluto is in retrograde, and there's a lot happening this week astrologically. Just a lot of aspects, a lot of transits that are making some things helpful and some things not so much. Pluto retrograde really teaches us to change and transform the things that are not working in our life. Sometimes this is super easy to point out, right? Sometimes it's easy to recognize what's hurting us, or every time we come away from a person, a situation, it just doesn't feel great. So those ones are a little bit easy, right, to recognize. But this is a deeper layer, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius, of really changing the things in our life in a way that we're making choices that honor our goals, our dreams, our desires, being on the quote-unquote right path for ourselves, whatever that is for you. Obviously, these are collective readings, so use your discernment. Take what fits, leave the rest behind. I do personal readings, so if you're interested in me looking at your specific situation, definitely hit me up. All that info is in the description box below. Definitely make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let's build and grow our community here, Aries. And yes, we will start off with this energy cleansing. I'll do a little blessing with this Sage Smudge Bundle. This is also a really good time to set your own intention. If you have questions you would like Spirit to answer, really give those to Spirit now. And open yourself up to receive. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for the highest and best. Any fear, doubt, insecurity, lack of worth, lack of value, anger, frustration, all the things that block us. Please help make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Amen. All right, let's get into it, Aries. So this is really about claiming what you want, attracting through who you are. Not specifically like, I gotta do this and make this happen, but really embodying, really being the change that you wish to see. I know that's such a cheesy phrase, but it is so true. We don't give that stuff a lot of credit, and it's needed right now, especially as we're, magnetism through gratitude. I was going to say magnitude through gratitude, which also is appropriate too, right? We end up receiving more when we're happy, when we're light, when we're thankful for the things that are happening in our life, especially being in the modern world. We have so many blessings, so many, so much abundance, so much wealth. So let's see how all this plays out for you, Aries. Okay, opportunity. So there's an opportunity for change, growth, a little more stabilization is what I'm hearing. This is an opportunity that you are going to have to seek out, is what I'm hearing. So how we were talking about being your authentic self, opening up to receive, putting yourself in places that you normally wouldn't, like going out, meeting some new people, networking, joining a class, a hobby, something that you really love to do. There's an opportunity that's waiting, that's knocking at your door. And you feel a little hesitant around this. I feel like either you're already receiving this or are about to. Regardless, you can feel it. You can feel it coming in. And there's this part of you that is a little bit hesitant for some reason. Perception. Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. It's all about perception. I love this too, how he's sticking his head in the sand. We really want to make sure that we are not closing ourselves off. Like, I feel like there's something that you need to see the whole picture a little bit better, a little more clearly. Don't stick your head in the sand, turn a blind eye. This is not really the time to do that, period. With Pluto in retrograde, with it moving into Aquarius at the end of the year, we really want to make sure that we are incredibly aware of what is going on in all aspects of our life, not only with ourselves, but also with the people, places, and things that we are allowing into our environment. There's a lot of growth happening for you over these next couple weeks. I feel like you are going to see places where maybe you did turn a blind eye. Maybe you didn't really want to see the truth of a situation. Maybe this is that opportunity that's coming in for you. And that's where that hesitancy comes into play. Someone did something that you didn't like. Someone rose above is what I'm hearing. I feel like there was someone who was trying to, I don't know, make a situation seem that it wasn't what it actually was. You are what you think. I love this. Super powerful. So this is a lot about really aligning with your belief, your personal belief system, about who you are, about what you deserve, about how that shows up in your life, your worthiness. And there, yeah, you know, here's the thing. We all make quote unquote mistakes, right? Like, we don't have to continue to live in the shame and in the guilt. If it needs to be addressed, think about that. Allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself to make better decisions for yourself, for those that are around you. Yeah, very interesting. All right, let's see how this plays out with the tarot. But I like it because it is saying that, like, you are going to move through. You are going to grow beyond this limitation. High Priestess energy, super powerful. So this a lot ties back to those secrets, something that someone didn't want you to see or you didn't want someone else to see. I feel like this is coming out over these next 2 weeks. I feel like, yeah, this is also about reminding yourself or continuing to listen to your intuition about what works for you, what feels successful and empowered for yourself, but making sure that you're not faring on that line of being too pushy or too stubborn or too arrogant. Sometimes fire energy can get really frustrated or really annoyed because it is so quick pace. It wants to do everything immediately. And not good, bad, right, or wrong. There's places that really works well. But at the same time, you know, the High Priestess energy is about surrender. It's feminine energy. It's moving a little bit slower. And Spirit is asking you to take your time, especially around the things that you want to find success in. Whether it's a success in this new opportunity, whether it's success in hammering out an old situation, dealing with friends, people you're connected to, community, celebrations are afoot. It is that time of year. We're ending the school year. Obviously this is depending where you live, but in North America, we're ending the school year. There's a lot of, you know, the summer is just around the corner. Weather's getting warmer, etc. Someone's feeling a little bit defensive about your connection, about your relationship. not feeling heard, not feeling seen. We're going from the 6 to the 7 of Wands. So there has been progress, but it feels very slow. It feels, this is a lot about being able to work together, finding ways. This 3 of Pentacles is teamwork, right? So the challenge with working in relationships, regardless of what those are, whether it's love, whether it's business, friend, community, whatever this is for you, we have to recognize that everyone has a different perspective, that everyone views things differently. And in order, what I do like is there is this desire to work together, but we have one person who's being a little bit more on the defensive, and another person who doesn't really care, doesn't really care, is not valuing the relationship enough, is what I'm hearing. And where I feel a little hesitant, I'll clarify this, is that, yeah, there's secrets. So the shadow. So really be careful, Aries. You might be holding on to some big secret. Be mindful, because I do feel like some of this is going to be coming out, especially with this devil energy. 6 of Wands, it really talks about not thinking things through, making a choice out of immediacy, that kind of fire energy I was talking about, making a decision that you didn't look at the bigger picture. You didn't look at how it would affect everyone around you. And I do feel like it's put a little bit of a damper on this 3 of Pentacles, working together as a team. And so someone is feeling a little bit on the defensive. Can I trust this? Is this something that I really want to put my time and energy to? Obviously, these are collective readings. We do get cross watchers here, so just take what resonates with you. Sides can be reversed, etc. Okay, so the Lovers. Third party is coming up. There's someone else involved in this dynamic. And yeah, and it's, this is intense. So there is a relationship brewing underneath the surface. And I feel like this is partially attached to this secret, because the Lovers and the Sun is being blocked. So there is something that feels, feels a little heavy. Feels a little heavy today. You're stressing, though. There's a lot of stress. Why do you not want this relationship to be revealed? Okay, yeah, there's something, you don't want something to come out, basically, is what I'm seeing. You don't want something to come out, and I feel like you had an opportunity, right? This was that opportunity that came in to speak your truth, to say what you needed to say. I feel like you chose differently. Maybe this is part of that shadow. And so, I don't see you really worried about this too much, but at the same time, this is a little bit of be mindful, right? Be mindful, because it does feel like some of this stuff is going to come out. And if you're just sticking your head in the sand, or someone else is sticking their head in the sand, pretending it's all going to be fine, it's all going to be okay, well, unfortunately, the way the cards are coming through today is more is going to be revealed. So the devil energy is super tricky to deal with. It really is a low vibe here. It's, not being honest, not being authentic, not really honoring ourselves or those that we are involved with. And it can be a slippery slope. I keep hearing it's like when you say one lie, then you got to say another lie, then another lie, then it takes you down that. It's a snowball effect. And maybe that's part of why you're not even paying attention to it, or trying to just be fine, because you don't want to get caught, or this other person's situation doesn't want to get caught. Someone's lying, someone's keeping a secret. It's better for them. And it is messing with relationships. It's messing with community, friends. And I feel like it's more than just the 3 people that I'm seeing that are involved. It does feel like there's a lot of eyes on this situation. And it's making you really nervous because I do feel like you don't want it to come out. And I don't know if I feel like you did something horrible. Like, I don't necessarily get that vibe, but you're worried about how it's going to be perceived. You're worried about what you're hiding because of how it's going to look to all these people that have their eyes on you. So there is a lot of stress. Okay, so we actually got this in the collective yesterday, the collective reading. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. There is fear. There's fear around claiming what you want. You know, and here's the thing, as I'm seeing this, it's like sometimes we do have to go through the nitty-gritty. Sometimes we do have to go through the things that are a little bit more uncomfortable to get to that wish fulfillment, to get to that goodness that we are desiring in our life. Of course, as soon as we kind of get some good energy, then it goes boo. You know, this 7 of Swords, again, it really just talks about how someone's trying to keep things under wraps. They really don't want to have this come out. There's a lot of sneaky energy around it. I feel like you might even be having some people ask questions around it. They're curious as to what's going on, but you're not necessarily revealing yourself. You're willing to kind of take this to your grave is what I'm seeing. But what I do love, the silver lining in this reading for you, Aries, is there is immense growth through this process. Growth isn't always comfortable. It isn't always easy, you know? But again, it's how you think about yourself. It's how you approach yourself in life and others, yourself and others, how you manage those relationships, how you see yourself, how you see the people that you are in relationships with. And, you know, unfortunately, the truth always comes out. So transmute some of this icky energy. I really love this card for you, Aries. Be better, rise above. You are safe, you are protected. If you feel like this will hurt someone or something, it's probably better to have it come from you than from someone else, something else. And Spirit wants you to know that you are protected in the process. If you do choose to reveal the secret, I feel like it's going to fare a lot better. It's going to, bring you this new beginnings. I like this new moon energy. It's going to change the trajectory. Right now, there's a lot of intensity surrounding you. It's like, it's the fear, right? It's the fear, it's the anxiety, hoping things don't come out. But that's also resistance. It's also keeping it inside, and it's blocking other channels for you, Aries. So when we hold on to things, we're not open to receive. We're not allowing other opportunities to come in. And we end up finding ourselves, in a sticky karmic cycle. When we claim truth, when we honor truth, when we allow that to be revealed, even if it does suck, even if it's a shitty conversation or it hurts, it's going to free you. And that would be the one thing I would say to you in this reading is it's about your freedom. It's about not putting yourself under so much stress and pressure and hurting yourself, because you really don't need that either. And this is something that maybe you have a tendency to do. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but if you're trying to hide it from people, that's where it gets a little bit dicey, right? I can't remember that phrase. You're only as good as your secrets or something. That's what's coming to me right now. Yeah, message. Okay, so message and truth. So like we said, this is that confirmation that things are going to be coming out over these next few weeks. And it's basically whether you want it to or not. If it doesn't come from you, it's coming from another avenue. And basically you have this choice right now to deliberate as to whether you want it, how you want it to fare. It's going to be a little bit more messy if you let it come from another avenue. If you can humble yourself, if you can, just say, hey, I messed up, or this happened, or whatever, it's going to be way less stress for you. Sorry this was such a heavy reading. This actually aligns a lot, with the astrology that I was talking about at the very beginning. There is a little bit of this tug of war between, I don't want to say good versus evil. I hate that, whatever, that's my own stuff, but it is that value of higher vibrational energies versus lower, right? Our ego versus our authentic self. And who will win that war? Who will win that tug of war? Right now, with the devil coming in your shadow energy, that's how you're showing up. That's how you're operating. So again, that can be a really slippery slope. Be mindful, be careful, Aries. I'm really sorry that this was a heavy reading. I really hope it gives you insight into and clarity and direction and how to better push forward. Also remember, if this is not your energy, if this is someone you're dealing with, then take it as it fits. Don't ever try to force something on yourself or on the situation that's just not meant for you. All right, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for your time and energy always. I super appreciate you. Know that I'm sending all the love, all the blessings to whatever you're navigating through. This looks really sticky, really difficult, but I believe in your empowerment. I have a lot of respect for Aries energy. It's one of my favorite signs. So thank you for all the love to the channel, and I'm sending it back your way.